Welcome again, YouTubers, to my channel. This is Sheldoc's channel, and in this video I'll be looking at the parts that I am going to use in rebuilding my engine. Now, my engine was burning engine oil, and for a long time now it has been burning engine oil. So I decided that I'm going to buy the parts so that I can put them in the engine to get rid of that problem that I have of engine oil burning. So here I bought a set of rings for my 3-cylinder 1000cc Toyota Vitz, and here we have some of the compression rings, 3 sets of the compression rings here, and we have another 3 sets of compression rings here. Right, another 3 sets, and here we have the oil rings. I'm a bit disappointed in how small the oil rings is, because the oil rings is what help to scrape the oil back down into the oil swamp and to lead some of the oil through into the piston to lubricate it. And these oil rings are a bit small, so you can know the issue if the oil becomes a bit thick inside the engine, because you know, when you are burning engine oil and you keep replacing and burning and replacing, you find out that the oil becomes a little thick, and this can be a problem where the oil is not seeping through the oil rings fast enough, and when it's not seeping through it fast enough, you find out that oil leaks up into the combustion chamber. So these are the oil rings fixtures, some thinner, very thinner rings that goes around the oil ring, and we have enough for the 3 sets of oil rings that we have here. Alright, so we have 2 for each. So we have 2 for this, 2 for this, and another 2 for this. So we should have 6 sets of parts for the oil rings inside here. I'm going to put this back. This is very delicate, so I have to handle it with a lot of care. So this is for the oil ring, for the ring set. Now these are some parts. So this is the head gasket. So as I said, it's a 3-cylinder engine, so this is the head gasket for the engine, and then the top section of the engine. This is the rubber seal that is used for the can that covers the camshaft on top of the engine. And we have here the seals for the exhaust, the gasket, not seeing the intake. Oh. And here we have which one is the exhaust? So this one looks like the intake gasket. So we have what I did was to purchase a set. So the kit, the head gasket kit or gasket kit for the vehicle, and I get all of the gaskets and components whenever you remove the head gasket, all of the components, as well as I would get the valve seal sets, all of them, along with their rubber seals. So when you buy the kit, a rebuild kit for your engine, you will get all of these seals and components that you need to replace your parts that you need to rebuild the engine with. Here as well, if you're doing a rebuild of an engine, you also need your oil. Now I have 3 here. Normally I use 3 quarts of oil, 1, 2, 3, and I usually use the original Toyota SAE 1030 for my car, and this is the original filter. And for this filter, it is the cartridge filter, as we know. Open it. This is the cartridge filter. Here it is, cartridge filter for the vehicle. Usually when you're doing a rebuild, you may also need to purchase some coolant. So depending on what you use as coolant, my vehicle uses the oil-based coolant. I have not purchased that as yet, but I will be purchasing the oil-based coolant to replace the coolant that I presently have in the vehicle, because as you remove the different components, you will have to disconnect the radiator from the system, and in disconnecting the radiator, you know, the coolant is going to leak out, so you need to purchase a fresh set of coolant to use so that you can have coolant for your vehicle. So these are the parts, and this is the invoice that I got for the parts, and I bought this at Bert's Auto Parts in Kingston, Jamaica. And these are the components that I got. Rings Toyota / Paso Vitz belter, so it can fit these vehicles, and that's the price here for one set, and that is the price for the entire thing. And here an overall kit, and that's the price, and then this is the overall, and when you add everything together we get this. So it's not cheap, and this is in Jamaican dollars. It is not cheap building an engine. It can be very costly, so you know, you have to think carefully and ensure that you buy the right parts that you're going to need in order to rebuild your engine. Thank you for watching. If this video is of interest to you, please subscribe. Have yourself a nice time.